Welcome back to the Tech Talks Daily podcast. I'm your host, Neil C. Hughes, and we're here once again to unpack the latest in technology, one conversation at a time. And today we're going to be diving deep into the realm of artificial intelligence, and to do that, I'm bringing on a woman who's truly making waves in the tech world. Because our guest today is Ayesha Iqbal, and she is an IEEE senior member, an engineering trainer at the Advanced Manufacturing Training Centre, and she has a wealth of knowledge with a master's degree in electrical engineering, along with a decade of professional experience that has culminated in various prestigious roles, including a judge at engineering project competitions and an external examiner for thesis evaluation. And from robot-assisted surgeries to personalised treatment plans, the future is already here. But with great power comes great responsibility, of course. So I've invited her on the podcast today to talk about the importance of everything we've just mentioned, along with ethical guidelines, data privacy, and ensuring patient trust in this brave new world, as well as exploring many different industries too. So buckle up and hold on tight, because today I'm going to beam your ears all the way to Coventry here in the UK so we can delve into the fascinating world of AI and its tremendous impact on every industry right now. So a massive warm welcome to the show. Can you tell everyone listening a little about who you are and what you do?
Thank you for having me on the show. I'm Ayesha Iqbal, and I hold a master's degree in electrical engineering, and I'm currently pursuing my PhD in electrical and electronics engineering from University of Glasgow, United Kingdom. I'm currently working as an engineering trainer at the Advanced Manufacturing Training Center of Manufacturing Technology Center in UK. And before that, I have served as a lecturer in electrical engineering at a university in Pakistan, as well as a course manager and lecturer in engineering at NFE College in UK. And I've also produced 9 publications, including 3 conference papers, 4 journal papers, and 2 book chapters. I'm also a member of Pakistan Engineering Council and a senior member of IEEE. And I have a broad experience in both academia and research, and also served as a reviewer for several international journals and conferences for evaluating their research papers, and as well as a judge at several engineering project competitions. And besides that, I'm also a proud ambassador of Women in Science and Engineering, and I've also been featured as Inspirational Women in Tech by We Are Tech Women.
Wow, that is absolutely incredible, Ali. It's a real honor for me to have you on the podcast today. And there's so much I want to talk about with you. And I think to start with, I think one area I'd love to explore with you is the integration of AI in healthcare and how it's brought about significant advancements in diagnosis, treatment, and patient monitoring, and so much more. And I know this is an area that you're passionate about too. So maybe to bring it to life a little, can you share some examples of how you're seeing AI currently being used in the healthcare sector, and most importantly of all, the positive impact that it's having on patient outcomes?
That's very true that AI has a very promising future in healthcare, and it can have a significant impact on diagnosis and treatment, and that it can eventually result in saving precious lives. And examples of AI, which are currently being actually used to benefit people in health and care sector, some of them include analyzing X-ray images, for example, mammograms, to support radiologists in making assessments. And this frees up radiologists to spend more time with patients or to screen greater number of people more quickly. It's not only time saving, but it also provides more accuracy. And similarly, supporting people in virtual wards who would otherwise be in hospital to receive the care and treatment they need in their own home or usual place of residence. And also remote monitoring technologies such as mobile applications, and medical devices that can assess patients' health and care while they are being cared for at home. Also helping clinicians and practitioners reading brain scans more quickly, which shortens the time it takes for patients to be treated, giving them a better quality of care. And in addition to that, applications of AI in healthcare may include finding new links between genetic codes, performing robot-assisted surgeries, improving medical imaging methods, automating administrative tasks, personalizing their treatment options, producing more accurate diagnosis and treatment plans, enhancing preventive care, and enhancing quality of life in general, and also like preventing and predicting the spread of infectious diseases, and can even help combating epidemics and pandemics. The latest advances in AI can even streamline and accelerate drug discovery and drug repurposing processes, and therefore both cost and time can be significantly reduced.
And there's so many exciting prospects around the future of AI in healthcare. And what especially stands out for me is that more proactive approach to healthcare rather than reactive and wait until something goes wrong and waiting to trying to fix it. And we must also mention, though, of course, that while AI does offer immense potential in healthcare, the World Health Organization has also called for rigorous oversight to ensure safe and ethical usage of this technology. So what are some of the challenges and equally opportunities that AI presents in the healthcare industry? And how do you think we can better establish ethical guidelines and standards to maintain that patient trust and ultimately data privacy too?
That's true. That AI has significant challenges and opportunities as well, and it will take some time to fully adopt it and to maintain and improve patient trust and even the practitioner's trust as well. And there are many other challenges as well. For example, the accuracy, the fairness, the transparency, the protection of data, and security. And these AI systems are complex, and you need the skilled workforce to implement them and to make them practical actually in the healthcare system. So that's why complexity of AI system is itself a challenge. The lack of technology awareness, confidentiality, data privacy, and obviously the regulatory guidelines as well. And lack of trust not only exists on the patient side, but also on the practitioner side, that how much a practitioner can trust the accuracy of something that has been predicted by AI or a diagnosis that has been done by AI. So the large scale adoption will take time and effort, but because it has a lot of promising applications, and it has a lot to offer in the field of medicine and healthcare. That's why it's crucial to establish ethical guidelines and standards and ensure data privacy and security at the same time. And also to educate the patients so that they can trust and the widespread adoption of AI can be realized. And there are some steps that can be taken in this respect. For example, if you are implementing an AI system, you have to ensure that the system has undergone a rigorous testing regime and a clinically acceptable level of accuracy has been determined. And also, outputs should be able to be reviewed by a staff member if required. So some of these practices can improve the accuracy of the systems. And also, you have to ensure that any processing is fair and the system is sufficiently statistically accurate. You need to understand how the system uses data and how the individuals would reasonably expect their data to be used. And also, people have to be informed where the decision has to be made by an algorithm. And also, you have to be honest and open and explain the purposes for using AI to your patients and other workforce, and be clear about what you are going to do with their data. And we can inform people of any new uses of personal data before you start processing, and you can ensure appropriate security measures are in place. By handling or by tackling the AI systems or the implementation of AI in healthcare in these ways, I think adoption of AI can be made possible.
And before you came on the podcast today, I was reading how you recently spoke at the European Women in Tech conference about the evolution of AI and its ubiquitous presence in various industries. So I'm curious, how do you see the AI landscape evolving in the coming years? And are there any new applications you think that we might expect to see impacting our everyday life? I appreciate it's a pretty big question because this world is moving so quickly at the moment. But is there anything that excites you or anything that you can see on the horizon?
Yes, there are a number of applications, and because AI is like actually like seeming to shape the future of humanity across nearly every industry and every sector, and be it transportation, manufacturing, education, healthcare, media, customer services, robotics, agriculture, or e-commerce, or navigation, or astronomy, or data security, and smart homes as well. And in no doubt that it has been increasing rapidly or rising rapidly during past few years, but especially since the beginning of 2023, it seems that we are like listening to a new application of AI almost every single day. And even according to like various different surveys, the revenue from the artificial intelligence market worldwide, it is expected to reach like $126 billion by uh, next 2 years. And there's going to be a huge rise in the use of AI and implementation of AI in various industries. And it has already started being implemented in many different various sectors or aspects of our everyday life. And it's even difficult to summarize the applications because there are so many applications in all of these sectors which I have just mentioned or listed. So yes, it's going to have a significant presence in the next few coming years.
100% with you. And as you said, AI is revolutionizing various industries right now, including areas like smart devices, travel, and transportation. And again, how are you seeing AI shaping the development of smart devices and the kind of role that you see it playing in improving things like travel and transportation experiences for both individuals and businesses?
AI, like all other various domains which I mentioned, yes,
Yeah.
it is playing a great role in smart devices as well. And we are already using so many of these applications in our life without even being aware of it. For example, the smart home assistants like Siri, Alexa, Cortana, and all other various applications in our homes, for example, smart surveillance and smart security cameras, and all other smart devices which are being operated in our homes. They are all applications of artificial intelligence. And when we go for grocery and we do an automated checkout at grocery, that's also an application of artificial intelligence. Also, when we log into a website or a search engine where we are trying to search for something, and it starts giving us the relevant suggestions for our search. So all those predictive search algorithms, they are also one of the various applications of AI. So I think AI is already like playing a great role in smart devices. For example, whenever you are logging on to the bank website, a chatbot receives you first. So a chatbot is also an application of AI, and I think almost all of us these days have experienced speaking to a chatbot who tries to answer your queries and questions, and then if it is unable to answer it, then it passes it on to the human assistant. So I think all these virtual assistants, all these smart devices being used already at our homes, they are already playing a very great role in bringing artificial intelligence a normal part of our everyday life. And even we have become so much dependent on it that sometimes it feels that you can't function without them. And also travel, and if it when it comes to travel and transportation, the biggest example is obviously the autonomous cars or the self-driving cars. And they are also already being implemented in many parts of the world. For example, Bill Gates very recently took a ride in a driverless car, which was having a driver just for the emergency conditions to control it, but it was very much autonomous at the third level of autonomy. And in the same way, Dubai is looking forward to implement or bring smart taxis to the roads by the end of 2023. In the same way, Edinburgh, Scotland, has actually started using driverless buses for taking passengers. Um, I think it's playing a great role already. And the concept of autonomous vehicle is actually incomplete without having artificial intelligence playing a role in it. And in the same way, there are other various fields of travel and transportation as well, which are being impacted by artificial intelligence. For example, space travel and planes and even drone taxis as well.
I was recently in Estonia and I took a ride on a driverless bus, and they've got a huge digital society there and so many exciting things happening around technology. And today in our
Exactly.
conversation, yeah.
Exactly.
And today in our conversation, we've discussed everything from how AI is transforming healthcare to smart devices, travel and transportation. But I think if we dare to think even bigger than all these areas, climate change and environmental challenges are huge pressing global issues right now and a big talking point. So I'm curious, how do you think AI could be leveraged to tackle these challenges and maybe drive more sustainable solutions in areas like energy efficiency, waste reduction, and climate modeling? Because it feels like there's a huge opportunity here, doesn't there?
Yes, definitely. AI is a promising technology for climate control as well, because no doubt climate change and environmental challenges are the biggest issue that our planet Earth is facing, and we as a planet are facing these days. And AI is definitely poised to have a major effect on sustainability, climate change, and environmental issues. And it can not only help to predict and monitor carbon emissions, and that's how we can reduce them, but also the very extreme environmental incidents, we can predict them beforehand with the help of artificial intelligence, and we can help to tackle them. And similarly, the environmental footprints can also be measured and monitored, just like temperature changes and the extreme temperature changes which we are seeing these days. And all the things like that, they can be tackled with the help of artificial intelligence. And we can not only monitor and track the air quality, we can also build smart cities with the help of artificial intelligence, where we can use energy more efficiently. And in the same way, we can reduce the air pollution with the help of artificial intelligence. We can also allocate renewable energy resources more efficiently and effectively where they are needed, and which renewable energy resources would be best at which place. I think all of these things can be done with the help of artificial intelligence.
And with your expertise in things like electrical engineering and AI, I think you're incredibly well versed in cutting technologies and probably see a lot more than both myself and most people listening around the world. So how do you see the intersection of AI and electrical engineering and in driving innovation industries such as robotics, computer vision and data centers? Because again, lots of opportunities there, right?
Exactly. Electrical engineering has actually close ties with data sciences, machine learning, and AI. And AI may be utilized in many different industries, for example, automobile assembly, supply chain optimization, and employing robots on the manufacturing floor, and improving performance using sensors, and designing cars, and in the post production activities as well. And by applying machine learning models to images, computers can classify objects and they can respond. For example, just like you unlock your smartphone when it recognizes your face. So, just like that, because of machine learning, computer vision applications can be improved. And similarly, the ability to handle, store, and process massive amounts of data makes it extremely helpful to be used in data centers. So that is one of the reasons of using AI in autonomous vehicles as well, because it is able to make decisions very quickly by after processing the data and handling that large amount of data. That's why real-time data processing feature of AI makes it very useful in many applications. And similarly, equipping the robots with AI tools allows them to learn and make decisions autonomously and in real time through the use of algorithms and different techniques that will enable them to process information from the sensors that actually connect them to their environment. So yes, the intersection of AI and electrical engineering is actually the basis of improvement in like technology in many industries.
And also in your role as engineering trainer at the Advanced Manufacturing Training Centre, I think you also have a unique perspective on workforce development and skills training in the context of these emerging technologies that we're talking about today. So how can educational institutions and industries collaborate better to prepare the workforce for the increasing integration of AI and other advanced technologies? Because traditionally, education has been a little bit too far behind, and it's incredibly challenging for children that are currently in school or in education, studying for jobs that might not even exist yet.
That's true. And because when AI will be implemented in many different industries and companies and organizations, then we need education to be streamlined in such a way as well that it is preparing the students and learners for the new roles or the modified roles in which they will be dealing with AI. And that's why we are not only just a training center, actually, but we are also a manufacturing business. And in our training center, we train actually the apprentices who are working in different industries and companies across the UK. So, therefore, it's a unique combination of education and training as well as industry. And we are already in very close touch with the industry, employers, and companies. And as we discussed earlier, AI has applications in all of these fields. So that's why AI, just like in all other like industries, for example, robotics and automation, AI can be implemented just like that. It can help to build tools to develop skills and testing systems for education as well. And artificial intelligence tools can help make global classrooms available to all, including those who speak different languages or who might have visual or hearing impairments. So not only AI can be implemented in education system to improve the learner's experience and to get the best outcomes or the best result for both teachers and students, but also we can implement AI or we can bring AI as a subject into our schools and even training institutions and all the educational institutions where they can learn about the implementation and various applications of AI as well in order to start preparing them for those jobs where they are going to use AI. And
Wow.
AI has massive other applications in like improving the education experience as well. For example, AI mentors can be used for learners and for the further development of smart content as well. And AI's use of machine learning and natural language processing and facial recognition can help digitize the textbooks as well. It can help to detect plagiarism in the students' submissions and their assignments as well. And it can also gauge the emotions of students to help determine like who is struggling or who is bored, and can also help to develop personalized contents and learning experiences as well. So I think AI can be implemented in various different ways in educational institutions.
Incredibly exciting, and I loved hearing so much of what you've been talking about today. And I think it certainly helps everyone see a different side of AI. We've all seen those doom and gloom stories on our news feed, so it's great to restore the balance in the universe and talk about the good things here. And I'd also like to leave everyone listening with a bit of a valuable takeaway. Now, you are a member of the Pakistani Engineering Council and a senior member of IEEE, and you've actively contributed to the engineering community. So for anybody listening to our conversation today, located anywhere in the world, what advice would you have for an aspiring engineer or researcher who are passionate about AI and its potential impact on society and the involvement they might be able to have in that too?
I think the most important tip that I would like to give is just to learn more about everyday applications, just like I find myself quite passionate about this as an emerging technology and its various applications in everyday life. So I think the most important tip is to get in touch with what's happening in the various applications every day which are coming up. I remain in touch with them and I keep digging more deep into it and keep doing more research into it. So I think as a beginner, you should try to learn about more applications and how AI is impacting our everyday life and how it can impact further our lives. For example, how just like as we discussed, that how it can improve the climate control and how it can help tackle these challenges. So I think it's good to spread awareness. It's good to improve your learning and improve your knowledge about the applications. And the next step is to start learning the background of this technology and learning more about on the scientific and research based level, and that can be achieved by reading many different research papers related to artificial intelligence to see how researchers are working into it and what further applications can be developed. And if someone is passionate to really like contribute actively into it, I think they should start reading more research papers about it and how what other people are doing in the field of science and technology, and especially artificial intelligence. And if you want to continue it, or if you want to take it up as a career, then probably it will be best to have like a degree or a qualification in data sciences or artificial intelligence that can have a significant impact in developing your career as if you are enthusiastic about artificial intelligence. For example, currently in my PhD, I'm actually working on the unmanned air vehicles and developing the antenna design and improving the communication channel aspects of unmanned air vehicles. And I'm because I'm passionate about artificial intelligence, so I want to implement some part of artificial intelligence into the UAVs as well. So I think because of its massive applications and the role it's playing in almost each sector of life, whichever sector you are working in, you can read more about AI, that how AI can help in that sector. For example, if you are working in finance, so you can study about how AI is impacting finance and how uh, it has massive applications which are already being implemented in the world, or what further applications it can have in that field. So, if whatever you are doing and wherever you are in the world, I think there is every for everyone, AI has something. So I think yes, the you can always link it to your specific field of study or your career or your profession.
I think that's a powerful moment to end on. And I can sense light bulb moments going off in people listening to our conversation all over the world as they listen to your inspiring words and some of the insights you've shared today. And I'd love to try and capture that. And there'll be a lot of people listening wanting to dig a little bit deeper on all the things we talked about. So where would be the best place for anyone listening that's passionate about this community and the real world problems that we're solving with AI and beyond? Where would be the best place to connect with you or your team? Is there any way you'd like to point everyone listening?
My team, which is actually my company, Manufacturing Technology Center, one can always visit their website. You can always visit their LinkedIn or other social media pages, and you are more than welcome to connect with me via LinkedIn.
Fantastic. Well, it's been a huge pleasure to talk with you today about the opportunities and challenges AI presents across every industry, and ensuring that AI is used safe, effective, and in ethical ways, but also the evolution of AI, what we can expect when it will be embedded everywhere, and also daring to explore the art of the possible, thinking bigger, and how AI might be able to help in tackling climate change, environmental challenges, and so much more. This space is only going to evolve even quicker over the next 12 months. So I'd love to get you back on towards the end of this year or early next year and find out more about the great work that you're doing. But more than anything, just thanks for joining me today.
Thank you very much to you and to Tech Talks for having me. It was a pleasure.
And that was Ayesha, ladies and gentlemen, enlightening us about the future of AI in just about every industry you can think of, its challenges, its immense potential. And as she pointed out, it's not just about technology, it's about people, ethics, trust, and the betterment of humanity. And I think our conversation today showed us the integration of AI in healthcare is not just a concept for sci-fi movies. It's already here and set to revolutionise how we diagnose, treat and monitor patients. But it's also crucial, as she pointed out, to ensure AI is used in safe, effective and ethical ways. So a huge thank you to Ayesha for sharing her insights and helping us understand the complex yet fascinating realm of technology and artificial intelligence. And an even bigger thank you to each and every one of you listening for tuning in to another episode of Tech Talks Daily. We covered some pretty big topics today, and I'm conscious you may have something to say about it too. If we missed anything, if you disagree with anything, if you want to ask a question, you want to join me on here, you know the drill. techblogwriter@outlook.com, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, just @NeilC.Hughes. Let me know your thoughts around how technology is almost reshaping our world every single day. And together, we'll make sure that nobody gets left behind. So join me again tomorrow for another insightful discussion with another great guest. But thank you for listening as always. And until next time, don't be a stranger.